Hello friends and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be drawing some German Shepherds in my sketchbook. The first German Shepherd that I'm drawing today is in a mellow lying down pose. As always, I started off this sketch by using really faint outlines, just trying to map exactly where this German Shepherd would sit, and then I start focusing on the details such as the eye. In this particular instance, I'm finalising the details around the eye outwards up towards the ear before I start working on the other side of the face. I don't always work this way, but sometimes I find it easy to maintain proportions when I do my drawings relative to the last lines that I drew. So once I was happy with the eyes, it was time to work on the mouth of this German Shepherd. It's kind of funny when I first drew this. I thought that it looked like this German Shepherd was laughing, but I had to make sure that I added that little line just to emphasize that it's his tongue. I then started mapping out the tufts of fur that I could see around his body, so not drawing every single one, but drawing groups of the fur around him. Once I was happy with that, I then did add some light shading as there was a contrast, sort of dark colour around his face in comparison to the rest of his body. I then added some more fur definition to his ears just to give that textured effect and make it look a lot less flat. As I was looking for reference photos, I found it quite difficult to find cute German Shepherd puppies, but in the end I found these 3 strong German Shepherds, which I think is a good reflection of the breed, as you normally associate them with being powerful and strong. Once I was relatively happy with this drawing, it was time to start the next one, as I really love to fill a page. For this next German Shepherd, I found a really cool reference photo of a German Shepherd looking to the side, and his body is facing diagonal to the view. I thought this would be a fun reference to use as I can practice my mark making and observation of shapes on this German Shepherd. A really prominent feature which I always think is quite fun to draw with German Shepherds is their really pointy round ears, so I made sure that I captured that really well in this particular drawing. For this particular drawing, I started off with the face again and worked my way down. I then started working on the neck of this German Shepherd, putting in those rough shapes of those fur tufts. In this one, I also had to pay attention to the way that the legs were shaped, as they're not straight as you'd imagine. There is some curves to them, and it's really important to get right in order to create a believable drawing. Once I was relatively happy with how this drawing was going, I then worked on darkening some of the outlines just to give a real contrast and make this dog stick out from the sketchbook page. If you've watched my other sketchbook videos, you'll be sure to note that I like to finish my sketchbook session with a fun drawing. In this particular instance, I found this adorable dog that was mid-running and he just looked like he was smiling with his tongue out, so I thought it was the perfect one to end this sketchbook session on. I started this drawing out in a similar fashion to the way that I did with the first drawing, working on the eye and then working outwards in the face. You can see that in this particular drawing I became a lot bolder with my contrast. You can see that I'm pressing a lot firmer down onto the paper and being a little bit more rough with my sketching by just using hatching. I think this just goes to show how your confidence can build up in a sketchbook session from your first drawing to your last drawing, as the first drawings almost act like a warm-up. This is why artists will often warm up by doing a few sketches before doing their final piece, just to get their hands in the flow of things. Overall, I was really pleased how these dogs turned out. They look really expressive and fun, and it's a really great addition to my sketchbook. If you'd love to see more of my sketches, be sure to check out this playlist.